Good morning, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick overview of what's going on this morning. As we can see, XRP is up about 2.25% on the day, sitting at about the 53.2 cent mark. We've got Bitcoin up to the 62,538 cent mark. We're at about 2.85% up, or 1,735 or 40 points. So we're looking pretty good to start the morning here. In cryptocurrency, XRP's maintained within that 52.5, 53.5 cent range. We'll go over the key milestones as far as price is concerned, resistance above and support underneath. We'll go over a few news and notes that come with XRP, and we'll see an article and I want to read out XRP price breakout. Here's what to expect this week, and I think it's a decent article. It at least gives us a few points to look at this week and what we can expect going forward. And it'll show us some areas as well, as I will show you as well, the areas that we need to push over so that we can push past these resistance spots and continue to be very bullish, or the levels that could happen if we do consolidate some. Maybe the sellers overwhelm the buyers, and we'll see what that would look like as well. So I'm going to be very transparent on this Monday morning on the start of a new trading week. Pre-market is going on right now in the stock market for another hour and about 8 minutes in the USA on the East Coast, or on the Eastern Standard Time Zone, I should say. So we're getting ready for the stock market to open, and that's about 6 a.m. on the West Coast. The stock market will open, so everybody's getting ready for the trading week, and it should be an explosive one at that. We had a nice consolidatory weekend. XRP had a nice weekend. As we can see, we're sitting up over 53 cents. Just 1 week ago, roughly, we were sitting at about 38 cents, about 7 to 10 days ago. So it's been a hell of a rebound from there, up better than 35 or 40% now at these levels from the drop of about 22% we had on that fateful 24 to 32 hour stretch. And now we've worked our way back up over some very critical resistance levels. And now we're going to see if we have enough steam to garner some of our attention and to continue pushing forward. We've got XLM that's down about 0.85%, so we'll see where that's set up, as it's off about 3% from XRP at the moment. And then as we can see, the XRP Bitcoin pairing is back down to 850, but it's not a surprise after hitting our technical target. And we'll take a look to see what is in store for the XRP Bitcoin pairing. So please make sure to hit that like button. So YouTube does recommend this update. When you hit that like button, I pop up in the YouTube newsfeed. So whether you're a new viewer or an older viewer that finds their way back to the community, you'll be able to find my content by scrolling through YouTube simply by looking at the newsfeed. And that's a great way to expand our community. We typically get about 1 out of every 9.3 people hit the like button. We need to up that to 1 out of every 6. It's not a huge improvement, but 1 out of every 6, that gains about 1/3 the view count from, just 1 out of every 9. So you increase the productivity by about 1/3. So I do appreciate everybody who hits that like button. You'll get a chance to do it, and I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Don't forget to hit that like button. Good morning, 8:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, July 15th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I'd like to welcome in the new members and to the old members who have found their way back to the community. Each one of your groups are so integral to my community. Not just the old members that have formed the identity of my community and allowed us to have the positivity over negativity, allow us to have the identity of a helpful community, a caring community, and a God-fearing community at that. So we don't do negativity, we do positivity over negativity, helpfulness over hurtfulness, and we want to be a voice of reason, not a voice of concern. And to the new members, you will help further introduce us to our expanding identity, and we'll be able to have a bigger, wider discussion, and you might bring more to the table of things we have not seen here in this community yet. So I thank both parties for tuning in, and I encourage you to hit that subscribe button so that you can stick around for further content. If it's your first time in here, look around 6 or 6:30 p.m. daily. I do lives. I did lives all weekend. I don't usually take days off unless I have to, as far as the lives go, but I never miss a day of updates, period. So XRP right now, in the fan system, right now, if we move this out along, we're going to see our resistance over the top. Over the top right now, that resistance is now up at 56 cents on that uptrending resistance. If we have a fall down, this is starting to make more sense now. It's up at that, up to about 50 cents now. 50 cents makes a lot more sense here because we've got pivot layers. We've got about 50.5 cents sitting over here. We've also got 51.5 that's right underneath where we're at. That could possibly be a stopping point. I'm not seeing too much comfort in that number just because I don't see a lot of opportunity to really hold that if we're going to come down. It would seem to make more sense that we would retap that 49.9 cents if we had to come down that structure. But as you can see, resistances are going to start being crossed here. That uptrend that was formed, that has now come below that next resistance. So now we not only have to get above 56.20, we have 59.83 with the formation, and then an uptrend that was created initially, which would have been the most parabolic uptrend. That's at about 60.6 cents now. So we're going to start to find ourselves coming up against some very big resistance if we do come up, whether we try to double top, because we've had a long extended consolidation now. So yeah, the fan's a great way to do it, but we also created another support structure within this and a technical consolidation that we should do our due diligence and absolutely talk about. Now there's so much stuff going on here, but now at least when I look at this, we formed what could be a mid-tier support. Okay, so let's take a look to see how this would go. So we have support, support, so there's a nice support structure that's been created on this sideways consolidation. And yeah, you can start to be very compact, but we need to know a number between 56.20 and 49.96 right now. We go down here, and if you want to do this yourself, we go to, let's see, price label. We're going to stick it right here. So 52.50, that makes a lot of sense. Now we've got this local support that could stop us between. It could stop us between, and we do have, it looks like it wanted to try to put in a reversal to the downside, but that 30 minutes still looks a little top heavy. But if I was being honest, I would say, let's make sure this is perfectly lined up. It's that 52.5 cents right now. We've got 52.5 cents we could theoretically bounce off of and give it another attempt back up towards 56.20. But if we fall below 52.50, we know we have 50.5, but it's likely going to fall to 49.96. The good thing is we've got a lot of room here still so that we don't start a wave 5 correction. As long as we stay over 48.6 cents, we would invalidate a wave 5 correction. Now, it doesn't mean we've invalidated it just because we came all the way to 58, roughly. Because it could just be a fake out here, and it could have just been enough to exhaust some of the sellers, or I mean some of the buyers that were building up in this area. We had such a dramatic downturn in such a short amount of time where we lost 22% over a calendar day, basically. That gives a lot of opportunity. So we're going to see now. These are the main support structures that you must pay attention to. If we lose this, we come right on down the list here. We got about 46 cents. And then under here, you've got 42.25. That 42.25 is the cup and handle support. And you work yourself down just a little bit farther. That's the falling channel down at around 36 cents in current times. And I really do like the fan setting here because I can update you in real time And for the ones who don't understand my technical analysis, who have a hard time understanding or remembering the support lines, and then what could be resistance, because these are the support resistance lines as this pattern continues to move on. And we can see the sideways consolidation. So now we've even added a layer to the fan. We've added a support structure that wasn't there before, and now that adds in the 5250 support underneath. So that's something to watch. I know it's a lot to take in, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm doing my best that I can possibly do to try to keep you up to date and keep you in line in the fashion that I think will best suit you to make an educated and informed decision. Now with XLM, what I'm looking for is this back test. And we don't have to come all the way down here to technically back test it at the 10.18 cents. And the reason I say that is there's a very real chance we could have started that W reversal here. And if it is, that means the low is right around 10.29. Looks like a small W could be forming. It's in a very advantageous spot as well with the relative strength index because it had dumped off some. But if this is a W, it'll pull up like this. Now, if it's not, and it's like a hanger, it'll come down here, retest this, and then likely get some volatility to the top side. So if you ask me with XLM, if you're not in, a nice target would be around 10.17 cents. Let's see how far of a drop that is right now. It's only about 1.83% down to the support structure. And the only reason I like these areas is you had a big consolidatory area. We broke out and now we're back testing. You back test this successfully, we can already see a bull flag set up. If this bull flag plays out, that should bring you up to about that. In the immediate short term, you should be retesting that 12-cent mark. And then in time, you buy support, sell resistance. So in time, it should come with the 14.4 cents. And if you look at this overall, that's what we're looking at. And it does look pretty bullish here, the way it broke back up. Now we're just looking for a back test. And if it does have to back test, it could be about that 10.17 cents. Unless it holds the short-term consolidation for XLM, it wouldn't have to come to 10.17. It could hold that 10.29 cents. So just remember that when you're looking through the technical analysis of XLM, because it doesn't have to come all the way back to 10.19. It could hold, or that 10.17. It could hold the 10.29 because there's a technical attempt at a reversal here. So pay attention to that. And then with XDC, we're at 3.1 cents. Been pretty flat on the day, only up about 0.15%. It's been moving in a orderly fashion since we discovered the inverse head and shoulders. And we knew it was a great inverse head and shoulders that was forming just because it formed on the support structure. Right now, slightly bearish in the 2-hourly. So it depends. Is it going to come to 306? Do we come back down and reset? I don't know, because it's the start of a new trading week. And right now, there is always a lot of volatility when you start the week, especially when you've had a little bit of a move during the weekend. Right now in the 4-hourly, golden cross pending. Couple more hours here as long as we bounce off this 20-day. So it could come down to 305, bounce that support, prove that we have support in the area, and then it should continue. This inverse head and shoulders is not done yet as long as it plays out true, not even close. But that's about the most identifiable inverse head and shoulders you can see on the 4-hour time frame right there. It's so easily identifiable. The back test was right around 2.92 cents. I suppose it could have come all the way down to 286, but it didn't. So as of right now, that's your inverse right arm. And we're looking for some appreciation to continue this move. Other than that, let me get into this reading and see where we're at with time. If you're looking to trade XRP or different cryptos, your favorite cryptos, in the USA or abroad, look in the video description below and or pinned comments. You've got BITUNIX, which is my most trusted, lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. Many different cryptos outside of XRP. And it definitely is a place to look. And make sure you put your deposits on now and have everything set up for the next move that you want to take. And if you don't like that option, you can look at HOTCOIN. That's also in the video description below and or pinned comments. Very cheap user fees. They have XRP, they have IOTA-X, the XRP Bitcoin pairing, which is a big proponent of what I do. They've also got copy trading there where you can follow me. So make sure you look at copy trading. You click on my referral, which is just the link, and it'll just link you up to my account. and then go to copy trade and type in XRP future MIL. There's been about 38 people so far that have followed. Only 15 people deposited money. So the other 23 people, no offense, but you've been sitting there taking up space, so I had to remove you. If you want to follow my copy trades, follow the copy trades. Don't take up space because there's limited spaces that can follow. And you'll be right there doing it with me. So I appreciate it. And right now, cumulatively, we're up over 20% as a group. We started with the $100 challenge. We're up to $120 and some odd cents. So far, we're up 20% as a group, and I look to continue that appreciation. So XRP, and if you do appreciate my work, consider sending one YouTube super chat per month or joining Tom's Army. Especially when we have these appreciations. I would love to see new members, and I'd love to see that dedication of the pay it forward mentality. Since I don't do paid promotion to advertisements or sponsorships, I like this to be a free viewing experience and one that you don't have to sit through a bunch of ads. So XRP price breakout. Here's what to expect this week. Since start of week, price of XRP has climbed by over 26% to reach 56.6 cents. I think I said 58 earlier. I meant 56. Highest level since April 12th. Here's this week's price prediction. The XRP price has surprised the crypto community with staggering 20% growth. This week is going to be a pivotal moment for the future of XRP. This past weekend, the XRP price, much to the community's surprise, skyrocketed 20%, exceeding 56 cents at one point. The 50-day exponential moving average, the 100 EMA, and the 200 EMA have all been surpassed by XRP during this rally. Achieving these key benchmarks indicates strong buying pressure and renewed investor confidence in XRP. Transaction transfers have increased to 1.47 million, with the total number of transactions rising to 2.55 million. These indicators suggest heightened activity and usage on the XRP network, contributing to the recent surge. Since the start of the week, the XRP price has climbed by over 26%. It has reached 56 cents, the highest level since April 12, 2024. On July 13th, exactly a year ago, Judge Therese issued an important ruling which states, among other things, that XRP is not a security. This marked a milestone for both Ripple and crypto regulations. For nearly 4 years, Ripple has been in a legal battle with the SEC. The latter accused Ripple of conducting an unregistered securities offering through the sale of XRP. The outcome of this high-profile case could significantly impact the cryptocurrency industry. Although the exact date of the highly anticipated verdict remains unknown, some speculate it might happen in late July. So that was just something I wanted to share there, but there's still a little bit more with the a little bit of stuff that was. So there has been rumored that the recent price growth is due to the fact that the decision has already been made in favor of Ripple. Stuart Alderodi said, some reflections as we approach the 1-year anniversary of Judge Therese's summary judgment decision in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. First and foremost, it was a watershed moment to find as XRP, as a matter of law, a token, in this case XRP in and of itself, is not a security. And then he put in a huge win when he talked about that a year ago. But let's just finish seeing what Alderodi said. This decision led to a spate of others, most recently in the Binance case, that recognized the SEC gross overreach and lack of faithful allegiance to the law under Chair Gensler. After this, I'll release this. The courts have provided a much-needed check on the SEC's behavior, but clarity on a token-by-token basis through interminable litigation is unacceptable. Policymakers on both sides of the aisle are getting increasingly frustrated with the lack of legislative process on crypto as the U.S. continues to fall behind the rest of the world. While our case as a whole isn't fully over, remedies still to be decided, the court's ruling that XRP is not a security will not change. Even the SEC told the court it will not challenge that conclusion. Don't be distracted by the SEC's continued efforts to mire Ripple and the industry in the litigation trenches. That runway is running out for the SEC. Ripple and the entire industry has and will emerge stronger long after Chair Gensler is gone. And 1 year ago, Alderodi wrote, a huge win today. As a matter of law, XRP is not a security. Also a matter of law, sales on exchanges are not securities. Sales by executives are not securities. Other XRP distributions to developers, to charities, to employees are not securities. So we had our major milestone last year. And now it looks we're finally starting to build off of it. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube can recommend this update. Make sure if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. And don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this Monday morning. Stay humble, stay appreciative, and stay forward thinking. Don't let your emotions get to you. Positivity over negativity, and I'll catch you this afternoon.